Take two. Still out at the lake, late night, kind of sort of dark, I guess. Let's talk about St. Louis. Now, I'm going to change things up. So we've got the How Bad Is It series going. Let's go ahead and do How Good Is It, as well as How Bad Is It. And to me, St. Louis qualifies as kind of both. And I know that's hedging. I don't like to hedge, but it is hedging. I admit that. St. Louis, when you look at their depth, it's intimidating. It is an intimidating depth chart. On the left side, Schmaltz, Fabry, Maroon, Barbashev, Nolan, Soshnikov, in no particular order. Don't focus on the order. Center, Shen, O'Reilly, Bozak, Thomas, Sundqvist, and Kyrou. Right side, Perron, Tarasenko, Steen, Yaskin, Thorburn, Blaze, and Kostin. If these guys all play. So here's the thing. I know Robert Thomas and Jordan Kyrou are guys that St. Louis Blues fans are excited about. But here's the good news. If they're not ready, that's fine. There's enough depth to make up for it. Adding Jordan Nolan, when you've already got Chris Thorburn, that's toughness to spare. Now, they're not going to play every game, but if you go into a game that you know is a big rivalry game, maybe you're worried it might get a little bit chippy. I'm looking at you, Chicago, only because they have that huge rivalry. Even when one's not necessarily very good or they're both out of the playoffs, that rivalry will always be there. This is the best forward depth that I've seen in any of these videos I've done, and it's really not close. Bouwmeester, Pietrangelo, Edmondson, Parayko, Dunn, Gunnarsson, Bortuzzo, Reinke, and Schmaltz on the blue line. I really love this blue line. I know I can't see Bortuzzo being the number 7 guy, but it shows their depth in every area. The only area I look at with this team, the only area I might be concerned with, and there's another half a concern somewhere else, is net. So you've got Allen now as the undisputed starter, Chad Johnson added as a backup after a poor season this past year, and Ville Husso. Now, Blues fans are excited about Husso. So here's the good news. If Husso's ready, Johnson can be demoted or let go or released or whatever they do with him, because then that proves they don't need him. If they need help here, they might be able to use depth here to fix it, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. There are a lot of guys here, and I really like St. Louis's depth. You look at what Washington did this year. You look at what Pittsburgh did the year before and the year before that. Any team that wins the Stanley Cup, you're going to have your big star players, but your depth makes all the difference. The additions of O'Reilly, Bozak, Perron, Maroon up front, not to mention the big addition potentially is Robbie Fabry. And I'm hesitant to mention him. I did the video where I talked about fantasy overview, and I talked about an injury risk. And I didn't mention Fabry. Why? He hasn't played in so long. I think the injury risk is just a given with him. It's really a given that he is injury risk number 1. If he comes in and can play a top 6 role, if Robbie Fabry is ready, this team could contend this year. This is so much depth, so many impressive players. It has so much, the Blues have so much going for them. I'm going to say right now that when we start doing season previews, which we will probably in a couple of weeks here, because I want to get the season previews all done before all of the publications start coming out where they do the season previews, because I like to get all of that out on my side before other publications come out, and I feel like I'm being influenced by another publication. I don't like that. So this is important and entertaining for so many reasons. Blues fans just watched Washington go down that path and finally win a Stanley Cup. And of course, for those of us who followed hockey for a long time, the natural question to ask is, are the Blues next? Let me know in the comment section below. Are the Blues next? How good is this team? Or how overrated is this team? Let me just zoom in a little bit. Tell me, is this team that solid? Is this team slightly overrated? How good are they going to be? How bad are they going to be? And what will they do with their goaltending if Jake Allen falters again? That's one thing that I look at here and I say, boy, that's a risk. But you know what? The rest of the team looks pretty solid. We'll see what they can do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And again, from Idaho, it's me, and I'll talk to you again soon.